Pranesh, let me once again go back to Tanushree as well. Tanushree, these are of course 37 names of those who've now been apprehended by the West Bengal police with respect to what happened in Howrah. But given what happened in Hooghly, there have been a further 50 arrests in that particular case as well, is what we get to hear.
Well, what we are getting to hear from our sources is that in Howrah there is a total of 37 and in Hooghly there are a total of 12. But till now the names of those in Hooghly have not yet come out. So the total comes up to nearly 50. That is what the state government is saying in court. Now exactly how many, because the Howrah list has come out of all those who have been arrested. But till now, it is yet to be seen all the names of those in Hooghly who have been arrested. That is yet to be seen. But in Hooghly, we are getting to know that total of 12 people have been arrested till now.
Right, so that's 12 people arrested in the case of what happened in Hooghly and 37 in Howrah. That perhaps might bring the total to somewhere near 50. Tanushree, this is of course also happening in the backdrop of a development in the courts as well, where of course there's been a strong observation being made by the higher courts with respect to the prevailing law and order situation, where a clear directive has now been issued to the West Bengal government to also seek the assistance of paramilitary forces during Hanuman Jayanti.
Well, yes, certainly the Calcutta High Court today has directed that the state government has to take assistance from the central government, the paramilitary forces. That is what they are saying. So, and that is the order that is given by the Calcutta High Court. But also one thing that is to be seen is that the Calcutta High Court has stated that this centre should quickly pass this requisition of the state government so that tomorrow is Hanuman Jayanti, and on Hanuman Jayanti it could no trouble happen. Okay.
We're currently being joined by Priyanka Tibrewal of the Bhartiya Janata Party. Ms. Tibrewal, thank you for speaking to Times Now. The list of the 37 accused with respect to those who now apprehended by the West Bengal police for the violence that took place during Ram Navami in Howrah is something that we've just put out. Your first reaction, ma'am?
See, I am also one of the petitioners in the matter which was taken up today by the Honorable Chief Justice, Calcutta High Court. And I have specifically mentioned, because I knew this, I specifically mentioned that those who are arrested, most of them are Hindus. Whereas we had seen that in the procession, stones were hurled in a minority area, and from the demeanor you could have understood who were the people who were hurling this bombs and pelting stones. But then also only 6 of the minority people are arrested, and rest are all Hindus.
So, Mr. Tibrewal, what are you trying to suggest?
That is why we are insisting that this investigation, I am not suggesting, I am clearly saying that the investigation should be handed over to an independent agency.
Because Mr. Suvendu Adhikari's plea and your plea as well is that this should be transferred to the NIA, ma'am. So is that something that you'll be pressing towards?
On Monday, of course, I would be pressing to, because I didn't have a report. I still don't have a report because it has not been supplied to us. But this is what I come to know. This is what I come to know. The Honorable Court will definitely go through the report and see that whatever allegations I said today turns out to be true in the report.
So, ma'am, of the 37 names that have now been put out with respect to those who were arrested, is your conclusion something that suggests that the approach on the part of the West Bengal police in this entire matter has been selective, and that your claims stand validated, because that is one of the first allegations that your party had levelled against the TMC and Mamata Banerjee?
See, it is common sense. It is common sense, I'll tell you. Few days back, TMC was saying that there was no permission given. Day before yesterday, they were saying that permission was given, but we went off the routes, or the procession went off the route. Then they said that boys from different states had been called down in West Bengal. Then they said that they had knowledge that people were hiding. What was the police doing all this while is my question. Thereafter, what I am asking is that if outsiders came, why didn't you arrest them? And now, people whom you are arresting, they are not outsiders. They are all residents of Howrah. They are all residents of Rishra. So what are you saying and what are you doing? you can very well understand that people, those who keep any kind of relations with political party who's in opposition here, or those who hail from the Vishwa Hindu Parishad or Bajrang Dal, they are being targeted and specifically arrested.
You pointed out, ma'am, that...
Although the attack happened in a minority area.
Okay, one of the things that you pointed out after having, of course, gone through the names is that 6 people out of the 37 who've been apprehended are Muslim, and that perhaps is an indicative of a selective approach on the part of the West Bengal government. But if I might just pose a counterpoint, because in the case of Khargon and the Madhya Pradesh violence that took place in August last year, according to some reports, there were 35 FIRs that were filed against members of the Muslim community and about 7 against Hindus. So did that betray a selective approach on the part of the Madhya Pradesh police? Is that a conclusion that can be reasonably be drawn based on those statistics, ma'am?
See, on the videos, you tell me something, it was very visible. Very visible. Now TMC can also come and say this, that Hindu boys were wearing lungis and topis because they came to attack the procession. This can also be the theory given by them.
A final question, ma'am, because this is still in the court.
So much visible, you can see that the...
Sorry, if I might just interrupt you, you'll be pressing for this case to be taken out of the hands of the West Bengal police in the next hearing. Is that your next step?
Yes, yes. Yes, because the statements of a chief minister are biased. When an investigation is ongoing, if you give such utterances, if you make such utterances, the investigation is going to be biased. It is going to go towards the statements of the chief minister and as per her direction. Hence, this should be handed over to NIA because bombs were hurled in the procession.
Okay, many thanks for that perspective, Ms. Priyanka Tebrebal. We have to take a short break right now. We'll continue our coverage of this and much more on the other side. Stay tuned.